Three needle bind off is a handy way to close a seam that's going to be sewn together in any case. You'll often see this on shoulder seams where you have live stitches that are kind of bound off and sewn together at the same time. This is what it looks like. This is a hat where I did a three needle bind off on the top. This is what it looks like from the right side. So it's not invisible, but it's relatively inconspicuous. And here you can see on the wrong side, it makes this row of sort of, that looks like knit stitches. So it's a design choice, which side of the work you want to work this on. I tend to work it on the wrong side, as you can see here. You'll need an even number of stitches on each needle, and you can work it on DPNs or on a circular needle like I have here. I just counted my number of stitches, divided in half, and pulled the cable through at the center point so that it's almost like working magic loop because of that, and you just leave that and ignore it. Then of course you'll also need a third needle. This can be a straight needle or DPN, whatever you have handy, and the yarn can come from the front needle or the back, whichever works for your project. So what you do first is you take the first stitch from each needle and you knit them together, and then you make sure when you are putting it onto the new needle that you pull off both stitches. This one's actually on backwards, so I'm going to knit it through the back loop, but it's the same thing. Then I tend to use the back needle to pull that first stitch over the second, and then you continue in the same way. This is what it looks like if you use the front needle instead. But you just continue to knit two together, one off each needle, pull the first made stitch over the second, and you can see that seam starting to form there, and you just work across as normal until you have the one stitch and you finish off at the end. And again, this is what it looks like in your finished project.